To Healthy Living, we've all heard about island residents traveling to the Philippines, Hawaii, or California for medical treatments, surgeries, or other procedures that are not readily available on Guam. Tonight, we introduce you to Medtral New Zealand, providing a new option to island residents, giving them world-class treatments, specialists, and surgeons, all at exceptional value. Here to tell us more is Medtral's Executive Chairman, Dr. Edward Watson. Thanks so much for coming in. Now tell us a little bit about Medtral. What is it? How can people access it on Guam?
Well, Medtral is the international arm of several private hospitals in New Zealand, and we have representation here on Guam. Our country manager's here. In order for patients to be able to access Medtral, it's simple as contacting our manager here on Guam or using our website and contacting us in New Zealand.
And so for those people who aren't familiar, what is Medtral? You mentioned the private hospitals. I think you have 2 in New Zealand. Yes. And they offer all kinds of great health care for people on Guam who may not think about New Zealand as an option, but actually you all have world-class facilities. We do.
We're very blessed with having world-class facilities in New Zealand. In fact, 2 hospitals are actually medical campuses, and so they encompass high-tech radiological diagnosis as well as laboratory services, pharmacies, as well as access to aftercare facilities like physical therapy, and follow up with the specialists. And so we have access to 340 different specialists covering all aspects of medical treatment.
Wow.
Including high-end treatment for diseases like coronary artery disease, neurosurgery, prostatic cancer, or any types of cancer. We have a very modern cancer therapy unit too.
Okay. Now for those people on Guam, it's also affordable. You know, that's one of the biggest issues is the affordability of healthcare, and
yes,
that's why a lot of people go to the Philippines or Hawaii, because they can get services for cheaper. New Zealand is quite unique in the fact that you guys are able to have these world-class facilities, but at the same time not charge exorbitant amounts. Tell us a little bit about the affordability aspect of it.
Yes, well, because we are in network with 3 of the 4 large insurers here, the cost to the person from Guam, if they are insured, is the cost is going either to the Philippines or the USA, the difference being the airfare. I suspect there is a difference there in the cost of flying to the Philippines versus New Zealand, but we're probably cheaper than, say, flying to the USA.
Right.
In terms of the ability for us to provide world-class healthcare, we have a history of that. Our system is significantly different to what happens in America, so that the frictional cost associated with provision of healthcare in places like America, we don't have similar problems. So in other words, our healthcare is affordable both to New Zealanders and also for people who want to access it from abroad. So we have capacity in our private hospitals to treat patients from abroad, and we do treat patients from around the Pacific as well as Canada and the USA.
Wow, good to know. And lastly, you are partnered with 3 of the 4 insurers on Guam.
Yes.
So this is these facilities are available to most of the island residents who are insured.
Absolutely right, and we hope to be in network with the 4th in several weeks, because we think that seamlessness of the offer is important, so that patients understand, or people on Guam understand, that we are in network. Even though they may not have heard of New Zealand being a network, we are in network with most of the insurers, so they should be able to access us reasonably easily.
All right, any last parting words that you'd like to leave with our viewers about Medtral New Zealand?
Well, I think it's important for your viewers to realise that New Zealand is an option to them. It is a clean, green and beautiful country. It's very safe. It was ranked as the safest place on earth last year or the year before. So they're coming to a destination that, while it will be different from what they experience in Guam, we can guarantee they'll have world-class healthcare and an experience that will be very memorable.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Watson,
for
coming in. We appreciate it.